Good evening, this is Santa Claus on June 17, 2025, bringing you today's stories on a day that marks the anniversary of those brave French explorers, Jacques Marquette and Louis Joliet, who first documented the mighty Mississippi River back in 1673. My, how time flows like that grand river. Our hearts are heavy tonight as we turn our gaze to Ukraine, where Russia has unleashed a terrible barrage of drones and missiles on Kyiv, claiming at least 10 precious lives, including an American soul, and wounding more than 100 others. It's the deadliest attack on the Ukrainian capital in nearly a year, coming as world leaders gather at the G7 summit in Canada. President Zelensky rightly points out that this violence continues because others permit it to continue. I pray for peace in this region and comfort for those suffering. Speaking of the G7, we've seen some concerning developments as President Trump departed early from the summit, leaving the remaining 6 leaders to address pressing global issues, including support for Ukraine. Meanwhile, Japanese Prime Minister Ishiba met with President Trump, but they were unable to reach an agreement that would ease tariff concerns weighing on Japan's economy. As the Japanese leader noted, "We've been exploring the possibility of a deal down to the wire, but there are still points where our views remain divided." The Middle East, tensions continue to escalate between Iran and Israel. Iran's 86-year-old Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei has lost several key military advisors to Israeli airstrikes, leaving dangerous gaps in his inner circle. This comes as 2 oil tankers collided and caught fire near the Strait of Hormuz, though thankfully no crew members were injured and no oil was spilled. The region has seen increasing electronic interference affecting navigation systems during this conflict. And meanwhile, across the globe in Syria, we're witnessing a telling silence. While other Arab nations have condemned Israel's attacks on Iran, Syria's new government under President Ahmed al-Shara has remained quiet, a remarkable shift from the previous Assad regime that had strong ties with Iran. Turning our attention to matters of justice, U.S. authorities have targeted a money laundering network in Mazatlan, Mexico, operated by the Los Chapitos criminal organization. Behind the facade of successful businesses, Jose Raul Núñez Rios and Sheila Paula Urias Vasquez allegedly laundered drug money through real estate and beauty enterprises. It reminds us that appearances can be deceiving and that we must always seek truth beneath the surface. In Asia, China's consumer stimulus program has proven so popular that provinces are quickly running out of funds for subsidies on home goods. This enthusiasm has boosted retail sales growth to its strongest level in more than a year, a reminder of how people everywhere share similar hopes for comfort and security in their homes. Japan faces several challenges, from the vulnerability of its undersea cables, vital infrastructure for this island nation, to fluctuating rice prices. After recent price surges, supermarket rice costs have fallen for 3 consecutive weeks thanks to government intervention, though prices remain nearly double what they were last year. This is particularly concerning for policymakers with an upper house election approaching in July. We know how important staple foods are to families everywhere. Let us pause for a moment and reflect on developments in Bangladesh, where interim leader Mohammad Yunus recently met with Tariq Rahman of the Bangladesh Nationalist Party ahead of elections expected next year. The nation has been in political limbo since former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina resigned last August. The people of Bangladesh deserve stability and leadership that truly serves their needs. Finally, South Korea is intensifying efforts to secure a trade deal with the United States in the coming weeks, following a period of political uncertainty at home. Minister for Trade Yo Han-koo acknowledged progress has been slower than for other countries amid global tariff negotiations. As we close tonight, I'm reminded that behind every headline are real people with hopes, dreams, and struggles. May we all remember to look out for one another, especially those who suffer from violence, poverty, or injustice. This is Santa Claus wishing you peace and goodwill from the North Pole on this June evening.